Good afternoon to everybody from across the world. My name is Prince Gideon Olanrewaju, and I'm the Chief Executive Director of Aid for Rural Education Access Initiative. I'm an educational development practitioner and a sustainability professional. I am extremely excited to be speaking to opinion formers, leaders, policymakers from across the world. I am really looking forward to an exciting time at the Ubuntu conference. I'm excited to be here to speak to change makers, young and old people taking action in their community to drive sustainable development, economic growth, and national transformation. I do commend DO as an organization for inspiring, empowering, connecting, and mobilizing action for sustainable development, and also to every one of you who have become a beacon of hope in your communities, in your states, in your countries, and all over the world. I've been invited today to talk about how to build capacity and networks that can allow you to grow your professional career. And the first question that comes to my head would be, how do you build capacity and how does that translate to strengthening your network and relationships? There are three fundamental principles that I've stuck with across the entire lifespan of my professional career, and that's really delivered results for me to becoming a multiple award-winning scholar and practitioner doing the work that I do with Area High as well as Vigilance. And those three things are capacity, credence, and communities. Capacity, credence, and communities. So I think the first question you would ask would be, how do I build capacity and how does that translate to strengthening networks that can help me accelerate my career? The first thing I would say about capacity as a concept to actually accelerate in building networks and relationships would be, once you identify your superpowers, there is a huge need for you to build on them and leverage on them for personal growth and for professional development. But while you grow, it is important that you ensure to document the process and share that accordingly within your communities, leveraging on offline mobilization tools or online media platforms. It is one thing for you to know as a function of you acquiring skills and knowledge, but it's another thing for the world to know that you know. And when the world knows that you know, your next big break or opportunity in your career definitely beckons. Do not ever hesitate to invest time and effort into becoming a better version of yourself, either as an individual or as a professional. The world does reward competent people. And as I used to say, Larry Shaper used to say, passion is key, but capacity is king. That is the significant thing you need to remember about capacity. As a professional, you can be passionate about the work that you do, but there is a continuous need for you to build the requisite skills, knowledge, values, and attitude for you to be able to advance in the work that you do. The second thing is credence. Credence. In life, the best of relationships are those that are built on the fundamental pillars of trust and loyalty. Trust and loyalty. Your next recommendation, your next promotion, your next application, or your next reference, all are very much dependent on the fact that people know you, they trust you, and because you've been loyal to people. Let people bank on you for a good reason. If life presents you multiple opportunities over and over again, I would tell you proudly and pronouncely that it is solely because you're loyal to people, systems, processes, and structures. However, your bankability, the ability for people to be able to bank on you, reflects on the credence that you have continued to build across your professional career. And that will continue to speak for you across that professional career trajectory that you're trying to build. So I would say over and over again that in everything, above everything, build credence. So the first thing, capacity. The second thing, credence. Now let's talk about the very last thing, and that will be communities. Communities. So over the last 8 years, my opportunities either for personal growth, academic training, professional development has come as a function of me being either a part of a local community of young professionals or a global community that function within the international education agenda. Now, these opportunities comes from these communities who have always and continue to believe in my potential or my vision as a professional. Now let's talk about you. Not only do you need to seek those communities that allow you to identify other people who can be of immense value to you, you are also required to contribute value within these communities. The more you give, the more you can take. And that is the ideology of functioning within community of practice. So I say, as professionals, it takes a community or communities of practice to become extensively recognized and acknowledged as a master of your trade, as a leader in your field of interest or your niche of specialization. You need to find your tribe and get on the vibes to be able to attain those greater heights in your professional career. 3 things that I've mentioned today that is critical in you leveraging on the significant component or potential of networking as well as relationships. 3 things: building credence, building capacity, being a part of communities, and being significantly useful in those communities. You cannot be extremely valuable if you do not understand your need to build the skills, knowledge, values, and attitude required in your professional life. I do hope all of these 3 significant points and the explanation that I've given you will enable you to go on to know how to leverage on high net relationships, high net communities to be able to amplify on your current growth and take you to greater heights in your professional life. Thank you very much. If there are any questions that I could respond to, I will be more than excited. And you can connect with me online for more responses on this subject on Language Shaper across all platforms. It is really, really exciting to have shared these, wonderful insights about how I have done it over the last few years and how I think you can also take your professional life to greater heights. Thank you very much, and God bless.